I love the ears and the hats and all these wonderful things I'm seeing and the voices I'm hearing. So there's a man, he went on vacation to the Middle East with his family, and he took his mother-in-law with him. And while they were visiting Jerusalem, his mother-in-law tragically died. With the death certificate in hand, he went to the American consulate to make arrangements to send her body back to the United States for a proper burial. The agent told him that to send a body back to the United States for burial was very, very expensive. It could cost as much as $5,000. The agent also said, in most cases, the relatives decide to bury the body in Jerusalem, since this would only cost $150. The man thought for just a brief moment, and then he said, I don't care how much it costs to send the body back to the States. That's what I want to do. The agent, after hearing this, said, that's very touching. You must have loved your mother-in-law very much, considering the difference in price. The man said, no, that's not it at all. You see, I know of a case many years ago of a person that was buried here in Jerusalem, and on the third day, he arose from the dead, and I just can't take a chance. Okay, an Easter joke. I've had that for a few years, and I finally told it. So I've shared this before and with some of you that, you know, when I first came to Unity many years ago, you know, it was that, maybe some of you have experienced this, where I knew there was something here for me that kept me coming back and kept me coming back. But it wasn't until Easter that I finally got it. What I finally got was the metaphysics of it all. I finally understood that the Easter story is our story. I came to understand that this was not about something that happened 2,000 years ago. I came to understand that the Easter story is my story. I came to understand that every time we die to an old way of thinking, every time we die to an old way of believing or behaving, we are reborn. That is our Easter. And I came to understand that this is something that can happen every day of our lives if we are willing. And I came to understand that each one of these little deaths, or maybe big deaths, each one of these deaths and these rebirths, coming into a new way of thinking, it brought me further along to understanding to who I am as an expression of God, to who each one of us is, and that we are here to express that and be that, and the only thing that is holding us back from doing it are our own thoughts and beliefs that we absolutely have the power to die from. That is our Easter. So this morning we'll unpack the Easter story and we'll look at the significance that it has for each one of us in our personal lives, so that maybe when we leave here this morning, we might look at our world and our lives with new possibilities. To see, when we look with new eyes, what can life be like? Paradise, heaven, all those things. We too can be born anew, and it can happen every single day if we are willing. It's a progression. So again, in Unity, we interpret the Bible metaphysically. So in metaphysics,